What's up, everybody? bboyspaz here, and today we're going to be looking at a little bit of Reason. I'm still on Reason 3, but most everything I'm about to talk about applies to 4. There's just a couple things that they added a couple things in 4 that aren't in 3, so no big deal. But today what we're going to be looking at is basically the sampler in Reason called the NNXT. And we're going to be looking at a way that I like to use it, which is for building layered drum patches, basically. So to start out, we got a nice little Reason rack here. I got a mixer going on. I got a mini mix. I'll talk later about why I do that. Probably in a different tutorial, but first step we want to do is create an NNXT. And just remember, you're going to want to actually click on where you want it to go, and Reason will actually automatically plug it in for you, which is nice. So you see I just highlight my mixer. I want to go to create NNXT advanced sampler. So here's our NNXT, and it's nice and all. You can load patches in it right here, things of that sort. But the one thing I actually like to do is if you come to this little triangle down here, this is actually a drop down, and in here you can actually set up any sounds you want to. You can lay them out over the keys, you can put them over one key, and then you have all these different options of how you can control those sounds as well. So this is what I'm basically using to make layered drum patches. So what we want to do to add drum sounds is we're going to want to use the folder here, not the one up here. This one just loads full patches. This one you can just load different samples. So I would go to here, and I would find some of my drum patches. So you see I have drum samples over here on the side. I have all my different drum kits. So once I found a drum kit I want, or any of the sounds, because I usually like to mix up sounds and stuff, I don't just pick one thing. So you go inside the folder, you can find some claps. Pick a clap. There it is. Now, this bar right here is all the keys that will play that clap. And if you play any of those keys, it's going to pitch it as well. So you see between all that, it'll pitch it, which is something cool you can do for certain sounds. But for something like a clap, I'm actually just going to want to drag it in. This darkened out key is what key is going to trigger it. So now only that key will trigger it. And I'll actually just move the whole thing to where I want it. So I got that there. Now let's say I wanted to add another clap sound to that clap sound to give it a little bit more spice. Do the same thing again, basically. Find a sample. So let's say I use this one. You see here it is again. Here's the bar for it. Close it up. Move it to where I want to. So now I got both of those playing together. This can actually, make a huge difference in the way your drum sounds by using a whole bunch of different drum sounds and just layering them up together. This is a great example. So some of your samples are already going to be set to a certain note. So you see this one's set all the way to C-2, which is not even in the black bar. So that's where I'd want to come over here to this root knob. And you can actually move that as well without moving the black part. And now that I've moved the root note, I can just line up where it can play between. Do the same thing with some kick sounds. And this takes a little bit, but it's definitely worth it. Because you get a whole new sound for your drums rather than just single drum patches. That's why I actually like to do this rather than using the redrum. And then every new drum sound you add, makes a huge difference. So that's just a quick look at making layered patches in NNXT. The next one after this is going to be about sending out your sounds to specific channels on your mixer so that you can have the kicks, claps, snares, hi-hats, and everything separate. So tune into that, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, peace.